from the Psychopathic Hatchet Office Center in Detroit Murderous, it's Hatchet Action News. This is Freekly Weekly, your up-to-the-minute source for all Hatchet news. With your Action News team, Guy Gorfie and Fats Pepper. The Hatchet Action News team, slapping the news upside your bitch ass.
Special Gathering Edition.
Hello, Juggalos and Juggalettes. I'm Fats Pepper.
And I'm Guy Gorfie.
And this is the Freekly Weekly, your up-to-the-minute source on all things news, happenings, and events Juggalo. Once again, this is the special Gathering of the Juggalos edition. August 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th marks this year's 12th annual Gathering of the Juggalos, emulating from beautiful, peaceful Cave in Rock, Illinois, the home of the gathering for the past several gatherings, but this year promises to be an unforgettable event, trumping all other of its predecessors before it. Guy, God damn it, it's good to be back.
It's good to have your hand on my shoulder, Fats. My mom never did that to me, so I really, really enjoy it.
Yes, and of course, the gathering is headlined each and every year by the entire Psychopathic Records family. Closing things out Sunday night, a memorable performance by the world's most hated band, Shaggy 2 Dope and Violent J, take stage for a full set from the Insane Clown Posse. You have to see this to believe it. A catastrophic, charismatic, climatic eruption from the Insane Clown Posse, closing out the entire festival Sunday night. Also, the rest of the Psychopathic Records family all weekend long. Let's hear about it, Guy.
Yes, that's right, Juggalos. Hitting the stage will be Twisted. That's right, the dynamic duo of Twisted, Jamie Madrox and Monoxide. Burning a hole in the stage, coming back up and ripping it once again. Also, flying in on a crow and performing for the Juggalos and the innocent spectators will be Boondocks himself. And up from the grave, from the spooky graveyards of beyond, will be Blaze, your dead homie. And representing Flint, Michigan, Flint Town's own TDF. That's right, straight off the Ave, the Dayton family.
Yes, ABK, Anybody Killer. That's right. The Native Warrior will be bringing drums of war that can be heard for miles and miles around the gathering grounds. As Anybody Killer brings his native funk to the stage, ABK style, you've got to see it, witness it, and feel it within your bowels. Also, the five-man supergroup made up of ICP, Twisted, and Blaze Your Dead Homie, I'm talking about Dark Lotus, makes their yearly annual show unforgettable, like the five fingers of the fist, which closes and racks your chin. Dark Lotus will be performing a memorable set at the Gathering of the Juggalos.
Also, although not on the main stage, but under the moon, way back, tucked back deep in the woods, will be the Psychopathic Riders. Them ruthless drive-by experts themselves will be on stage performing and doing drive-bys on your fucking face. Also, they will be releasing their brand new record entitled Eat Shit and Die. That's right, Eat Shit and Die will be debuted at the 12th annual Gathering of the Juggalos. Fats.
I'll tell you this, Guy, I can't wait to hear that new Eat Shit and Die album. Something I prefer to do many a night. And of course, you've heard all about the great main stage special guest coming to play the gathering this year. Let us fill you in now, much like a meat into an Edden. Let us fill you in and recap some of these great names coming to the 12th annual Gathering of the Juggalos.
On the main stage this year, DJ Quick.
The Compton, California gangster rap legend with an unforgettably smooth voice and an incredibly rhythmic flow. There really is only one DJ Quick.
E40.
Bay Area independent rap legend, not one to fuck with in any kind of way. Pioneer of his own unique flow and inventor of hardcore slang, E40.
MC Hammer.
One of the biggest and best live acts in the business, a true household name. It's Hammer time with MC Hammer.
What up, everybody? I'm Violent J.
And And I'm Shaggy 2Go.
Doing our thing. Listen to him up and down the beach, everybody sang. And a man that needs no introduction at all.
MC Hammer, a.k.a. Hammer Time.
Yo, I told you, can't touch this. The Gathering of the Juggalos, August 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th. You know how we do. We bring the greatest performers on the planet. Catch us deep in the woods. The only real underground festival. No commercial sponsorship. No laws. Just drop jaws as we bring it. Don't doubt it. Be about it. No bullshit. Too legit to quit. MC Hammer at the Gathering. True showman leaves the stage dripping in sweat from a true, real, authentic performance. Hit after hit. Juggalos, juggalettes, need I say more? It's hammer time up and down your spine at the Gathering. That's how we do.
It's going down. Hammer Time at the Gathering.
Busta Rhymes,
Follower of No Man's Style, originator of his very own hardcore flavor. Nobody even comes close to Busta Rhymes.
Kitty,
Blasting through the mainstream's barrier into the hardcore rock game, it's Kitty.
CKY,
True and authentic American alternative hardcore metal the way it should be. Original and untouched by the mainstream. Wicked is CKY.
Juvenile,
Back that ass up. Master of his own unique and unmistakable flow, Juvenile.
Cottonmouth Kings,
Founders of the Suburban Noise Records empire. One of the world's greatest live acts. Juggalo icons. Gathering legends. Fire it up. It's KMK.
Ice Cube,
He started this gangsta shit. A member of NWA and the West Side Connection. Household name, and yet never sold out. Ice Cube.
Vanilla Ice,
With massive underground support, he now blazes his own path and proves to the world he deserves to be a rap icon. Vanilla Ice.
George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic,
He created his own genre of music. It's been sampled, stolen, and borrowed for decades. Be there when the mothership lands and George Clinton emerges.
Tech 9,
The hottest independent rapper alive today. One of the hardest working rappers out there. Founder of the strange music empire. A true mental giant running loose throughout the industry. It's Tech 9.
Prozac,
The Alfred Hitchcock of hip-hop. Strange music recording artist and a true driven genius by all account. Don't miss Prozac.
Lil White,
Making huge waves all throughout the rap game. From Memphis, Tennessee. One of the quickest flows in the game. Lil White.
Paris,
Thrown off Warner Brothers for extremely controversial content. The one and only Bush Killa is here. When you hear the Panthers growl, you know he's near you. It's Paris.
Mystical,
Juggalo favorite for many years. One of the first rappers with national success from the South. The man right here. Nothing can kill the momentum of Mystical.
Exhibit,
The West Coast Roughneck, also TV host of Pimp My Ride, successful actor, and all-around master of the rap game.
King Gordy,
Detroit murder mitten native, horrorcore rap master, specializing in controversy, the Kurt Cobain of rap, King Gordy.
What a stellar, fantastic lineup the 12th annual promises to bring. And many, many more huge names have been added to the main stage. We will get to them very, very shortly. Guy, who are you looking forward to seeing thus far?
Wow, Fats. So many choices, so many artists. Where do I start? Where do I end? I know. I love to hallucinate. And I love to eat shit that makes me do it. And I love sweating so much that I end up in my underwear. And I sweat so bad my underwear fall off and I'm asshole naked while the mothership lands on my face. And George Clinton and the Parliament Funkadelic come out and sing musical orgasms into my ears. What about you?
Well, Guy, I'm a huge fan of Paris. That's right, I've wanted to see P-Dog for many, many years, and I finally get my chance at this year's gathering. Go, Paris, go. Soak all that in, much like Guy's underwear soaks in the sweat and other things, and we'll be right back.
At the 12th annual Gathering of the Juggalos, and only at the 12th annual. Can you join the Duke of the Wicked, Violent J, live at his dynamic Smash barbecue party called Violent J's Juggalo Jam, Michael Jackson vs. Prince, Cheeseburgers and Pop, Drop the Beat, and Move Your Feet Dance-Off Party. Featuring live on stage, the world's greatest Michael Jackson impersonator as he goes head-to-head against the world's greatest Prince impersonator. Enjoy the action as celebrity guest chefs dish out tons of free cheeseburgers, hot dogs, and ice-cold Faygo Pop. We'll see you ninjas there.
Oh boy, I'll tell you what, Fats. I love it when my funny bone's tickled. I really do. And that's one thing that the Gathering of the Juggalos never ever lets you down on, is tickling your funny bone. Because comedians galore at every gathering, especially here at the Gathering Annual 12th. That's right, 12th Annual Gathering of the Juggalo comedian lineup goes as this.
Brian Posehn.
Oh man, dick jokes in the sunlight. This is gonna be awesome.
He's appeared on several sitcoms such as Just Shoot Me, Seinfeld, and Friends, just to name a few.
But then, as I mentioned a minute ago, I like to smoke pot occasionally, every day.
And has appeared on too many TV and cable shows to even continue trying to mention.
Don't come up to me and go, "Want to get high?" Because I'll go, "Yup." And if you go, "Me too," and just stand there, I might headbutt you.
This ninja's travels and adventures now lead him straight to the infamous comedy stage of the 12th Annual Gathering.
Harlan Williams.
You've seen him in Hollywood movies like Half Baked, Something About Mary, Freddie Got Fingered, and many more.
How the hell do you win an election when you can't get the wave going at your own rally?
And most impressive about his career is his low-budget appearance in ICP and Twisted's first film, 1999's Big Money Hustlers, as the goofy-ass Officer Harry Cox.
Honk if you love sugar.
It's an honor to feature the comedic stylings of the great Harlan Williams.
Jimmy J.J. Walker.
When we had money, remember them old days? Remember we can go out once or twice a week to a good restaurant, have a good dinner, maybe a Denny's or an IHOP, something like that?
Could forget Jimmy J.J. Walker's most infamous role as J.J. on the popular sitcom we all grew up watching called Good Times.
And it all belongs to Kid Dynamite!
Among countless appearances and hosting gigs throughout his illustrious career, perhaps some of the coolest stuff was a cameo in ICP and Twisted's 2010 Big Money Rustlers. Dynamite!
Those motherfuckers are a trip. But one section of the Gathering comedian stage I'm really looking forward to seeing myself, and I'm sure you are too as well, Guy. Wrestler Comedy Night at the Gathering. That's right. Not only will you see the wrestlers, Hall of Famers, and legends themselves up on stage, you'll see them performing stand-up comedy. Some of these men, I'm sure you had no idea were even funny, and who knows, maybe they're not. And if they're not, feel free to chuck something at them if you wish. Just don't hurt them, or perhaps they'll hurt you.
That's right. You might like to laugh at these men running around in the ring, wetting their panties, not wetting in their panties, but greased up in their panties, wrestling each other. But this time, you'll have a different view of them on stage with microphones, busting jokes. And on the mic, we have the very, very funny Colt Cabana. I'll tell you, he'll tickle your ribs until you laugh, and if you don't, he'll punch you in the face till you cry, and people will think you're laughing. Our friend Raven.
Raven.
What a crack up that guy is.
Yes, Raven, kilt and all, alternative grunge man, leather jacket, Eddie Vedder wannabe, Raven will be making you laugh, hopefully.
The Iron Sheik, Fats.
You know, the Iron Sheik, quite the comic. And another guy known for busting your chops up and down the ring, King Kong Bundy?
I mean,
480 pounds of humor. That's right, the Bundy Splash has been transformed into the Bundy Laugh, as he will come off the top of the stage, crushing you with jokes.
And then we have Roddy Piper, who will literally split your funny bone right in half, as Roddy Piper is actually funny and does tell funny jokes, and will have you rolling around in the dirt, laughing like a silly little panda.
That's right, Roddy Piper telling jokes at the Gathering of the Juggalos. Where else are you going to see such splendid humor? And of course, Juggalos have wanted this man to attend the Gathering for many, many eons. And this is the year it happens, the biggest gathering of all time. He will finally show. I can only be talking about star of the original Stranglemania, as well as a star in the original Big Money Hustlers movie, Mick Foley. That's right, Cactus Sack himself will be at the gathering on the comedy stage of all places, making you chuckle. Enjoy the comedic styles of Mick Foley. That's right, I said Mick Foley, not Dick Smokey or Chick Moley. Mick Foley himself. Little comedy from me, Fats Pepper. I can't wait.
Hopefully he'll have on his red sleeveless flannel and his blue sweatpants. Speaking of that, let's check this out real quick. We have a few words for you.
Juggalos and juggalettes. Who's the dopest DJ on Psychopathic? Can't decide? Neither can we, bitch. That's why you're gonna get to see all three of them live. It's the Triplex of Terror show. Witness Mikey Clark's insane mashups and demented remixes as they transmit right off his loony-ass laptops. Also, DJ Clay's monstrous catalog of hatchet classics and street bangers from the Let It Bleed series of mixtapes, as well as the Book of the Wicked collection, emulating live from his CDJs. And of course, you've got Shaggy 2 Dope with his lightning-quick cuts and chops, backspins, and sweet-ass vinyl tricks off the classic wheels of steel. Witness all three styles at once. It's the Triplex of Terror, only at the 11th annual gathering of the Juggalos. Where else could you see shit this fucking dope?
Juggalos, juggalettes, ninjas, and ninjettes. Now is the time we tell you about something we're doing at the 12th annual gathering of the Juggalos we've never done before. Guy, we're going to have a special guest celebrity host on the main stage every night of the gathering. That's right, not only will this host be announcing the bands, they'll also be telling jokes, telling stories, performing friendly sing-alongs. Maybe some of them will be meditating. Maybe some will be sharing cooking tips, giving advice, taking questions from the audience, and even performing foot rubs. You've got to be there to witness these superstars on stage hosting the nightly bands and the other greatness. Who can predict what's going to happen? Nobody. Not even the big ninja in the sky, the samurai, if you will. Thursday night's host, Screech!
Screech, a.k.a. Dustin Diamond.
He starred as a lovable, huggable, geeky, nerdy scrub on the teenage hit sitcom Saved by the Bell. Later in life, he dabbled in some porn with his own controversial sex tape. Sounds like our type of ninja.
Just added, Friday night special guest celebrity host for the main stage of the 12th annual gathering of the Juggalos. The one, the only Juggalo icon, Jump Steady.
Saturday night's host, this ought to bring shockwaves from your eyeballs and ears all the way down to the bottom floor of your testicles, because this man is an iconic comedic genius. Recently booted off his own television show because he likes to fuck too many Neddens. Figure that one out. You can fuck all the Neddens you want here, brother, because we love it all the same. This man is making waves coast to coast. This man is bringing controversy and paparazzi in tow everywhere he goes. The most controversial Hollywood superstar ever makes his way home for the first time, where he can let freedom reign and be himself at the Saturday night main stage as he hosts. Juggalos and juggalettes, I'm talking about Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
He's a Hollywood movie star who's been in countless blockbuster films. He is the most talked about man in Hollywood. He surrounds himself with porn stars he calls his goddesses. He admittedly battles a crack cocaine addiction. He is a walking, talking magnet for paparazzi, as he seems to create chaos with every step he takes and every word he speaks. With 7 million Twitter followers, he now sets his sights on the Juggalo gathering, and with him, he brings his parade of chaos. Let's welcome Saturday night to the main stage, the human explosion, Charlie Sheen.
Well, I'll tell you what, Fats. You definitely, got me beat on the bitch toll there. But this man himself gets quite a few bitches of his own, although he calls them his beauties and his loves. That's right, Sunday night's host is only the greatest hype man ever on earth, Fats. Also known for having a very successful reality show called The Flavor of Love. I couldn't be talking about anybody else but Flavor Flav.
Flavor Flav.
Sunday night, Flavor Flav, member of the infamous and super famous iconic rap group Public Enemy, the greatest hype man in the history of hip-hop, author of 911 is a Joke. You've seen him on VH1's Surreal Life, as well as 3 seasons of his very own show, The Flavor of Love and Strange Love. Comedy Central has even roasted his ass, the legendary Flavor Flav.
Well, if there's any strands of hair left in that bald dome of yours, allow us to pluck it out right now, as we will now give to you the new names that have been added to perform on the main stage at this year's gathering. Be prepared to have your skull fragmented into a liquid which will pour out of your nose, down your belly, and eventually drip off the tip of your peni. Starting things off, a full set from the one and only Paul Wall.
Paul Wall.
You've seen him on tour with Tech 9, Houston, Texas's own grill-making, record-breaking Paul Wall, y'all.
And Juggalos have spoke and Juggalos have received, because gracing the stage will be nonetheless, you wanted them, you got them. That's right, I speak of the one and the only Potluck.
Potluck.
By popular demand, the suburban noise artists return to the gathering of the Juggalos. You've seen them on tour with KMK, Twisted, and Tech 9, one of the hottest underground acts fast on the come-up.
When you talk about controversy, one name comes to the mind, faster and harder than an axe chop to the back of the skull. And I'm talking about the man many blame for the downfall of the great Whitney Houston even. This man catches slack for everybody's problems. And this man is all about having a damn good time and putting on a great show. I'm talking about one of the most hated performers in the world, aside from ICP. Come and get down at the gathering with the one and only Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown.
Original member of R&B supergroup New Edition. What the fuck? Controversy is his middle name. Appearing on his own stage at the gathering is Bobby Brown.
I can't wait to be down with the Brown. I'll tell you what, it's gonna be a blast. And also, by popular demand, once again, you want it and you got it. Here it is, Hopsin.
Hopsin.
Fresh off Ruthless Records and finally free to commit rhymes. Appearing at the gathering for his very first time, the most talked about newcomer to the realm of the wicked shit. Get ready for Hopsin.
Suburban noise recording artist extraordinaire. You've seen him on tour with the Wicked Clowns, and now you'll see him at the 12th annual, the great Head P.E.
Head P.E.
You've seen them on tour with Insane Clown Posse. Sub-noise artist, the incredibly talented and amazing Head P.E.
Man, Fats, Head P.E., what a wonderful bunch. What a wonderful gang. I like them guys. Can't wait to see them on stage. But really can't wait to see this man right here. What? What? Yeah! That can only mean one thing. I can only be talking about the man himself. What? Lil Jon.
Lil Jon.
Inventor of crunk, the king of crunk, Atlanta's own pimp cup holding, big money folding superstar. Originator of his very own style, always imitated, never duplicated. Holy shit! It's the one and only Lil Jon.
You know, music is just a small, teeny portion of some of the wonderful shit to do at the Gathering of the Juggalos. There is also a plethora of events, games, contests, and all sorts of other fine shit you can dip your dabbled dick into. Here, from the grounds of the Gathering, is the man to tell you about just a fraction of some of those events. Our attorney, the one and only Mr. Cheek Sterling.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this special press conference that I have called on behalf of the Gathering of the Juggalos, LLC. My name is Cheek Sterling. I have officially been hired by Psychopathic Records on behalf of the Juggalo Gathering. The events that I'm going to discuss with you are all about safety requirements into which what we will and will not be getting sued for. The answer is nothing. My clients will be getting sued for nothing because it's all of his or her own free will to the events in which you will attend and be a part of. Without further ado, I'd like to get into that list right now. The list entails ladies oil wrestling. It's going to be ladies, it's going to be oil, it's going to be wrestling. Sounds dangerous. You break a hip, not our fault. You rip a nipple, again, not our fault. Hog Daddy's giant 5-story high hellfire. That name entitles Hog Daddy. We're not liable. Next on my list is the netting game. Know that when you enter into the netting game, your netting becomes the sole propriety of Psychopathic Records. From that point that you enter into the contest, your netting is null and void and no longer yours and becomes the property of the Juggalo Gathering LLC for us to do with whatever we please. We have 4, count them, 4 love trains. We have listened to the voice of the people, and they have told us that their corns, bunions, and sore toenails are ruining many a pair of shoe. We have also helicopter rides. In any event that the bird should go down, let it be known that whoever it lands on or whoever it lands nearby, we are again not responsible for that. We have artist seminars, which will entail groups and artists from Psychopathic Records to have question and answer sessions amongst the people in attendance. Hot lingerie contest. You wore it, you wear it, you work it, and everyone will want it. Tattoo contests. I can't be certain that the needles are clean. I can't be certain that the people have authority to give tattoos or to contest. Enormous carnival rides. Now, many a year there's been a loose bolt, a lug nut, a fly wing nut, something that makes the entire Ferris wheel go swifting off into the outskirts of the wind. We're not liable for that. Inflatable moon bounces. Fun for the whole family on this one. Here's your problem. You break it, you buy it. Next on my list, we have giant movie screens. This is a great one to have a nice night sitting around watching a good movie. Do we have the proper copyrights to use said movies? Maybe not. We got open mic. There's going to be a lot of people there on this open mic doing whatever it is that they do, and they do it well. Fire breathers. We are not responsible. We will not have lotion, salves, bandages, gauze. None of this will be provided for you. You go buy them, you bring your own. We have ghost hunting seminars with Scott Temperman and Twisted and Prozac. Let it be known here and now on behalf of me and my clients, whether you are alive or dead, we will sue you. Two Tough Tony's fishing competition. So you say you're good with a tackle box, a lure, and a hook? Why don't you come down to Lake Hepatitis and show Too Tough Tony what you think? JCW tryouts. Now, what I want to tell you is during the JCW tryouts, if you get hurt, you get slapped in the head with a stop sign, you're gushing blood, you're hurt, you break your arm, you break your finger, don't come crying to us. You knew what you was getting into when you stepped into the ring with these maniacs. We have much, much more things all listed inside of your program for you to check out. Thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cheek Sterling. I can be reached at cheekcansue.org. Feel free to email me. Thank you for your time.
Do you like wrestling? And we're not talking about the wrestling your uncle does with you when your mom's not home. We're talking about the hard-hitting, wig-splitting action of Juggalo Championship Wrestling. The 12th annual Gathering of the Juggalos features 5 awesome pro wrestling events, including a night of women's wrestling with Amber O'Neill's Arena Chicks promotion, which features the hottest chicks in spandex. Also, there will be not 1, but 2 oddball wrestling events, which hold the absolute most hardest of the hardcore, brutal death matches in the entire world. There's no athletic health commission here to soften our shit up. We're talking about thumbtacks, barbed wire, exploding rings, cactus, flaming table matches, and more. And the 2 biggest wrestling events of the gathering take place Friday and Saturday night, August 12th and 13th, as JCW presents Legends of Wrestling and Bloody Mania 5. Here are the names already confirmed to wrestle on these 2 incredible shows. These greats are not here for meet and greets and storytelling. They're here to get down inside the ring starting at midnight. Jerry the King Lawler, Coco Beware, UFC legend Tank Abbott, the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, the Honky Tonk Man, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express, Kamala, the Ugandan Headhunter with Friday, Mosh and Thrash, the Headbangers, the Warlord and the Barbarian, the Powers of Pain, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, Dirty Dutch Mantle, the 9th Wonder of the World, China, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Arriba, Tito Santana, Big Daddy V, a.k.a. Viscera, Bob Backlund, Olympic Strongman Ken Patera, the JWO, Razor Scott Hall, Diesel Kevin Nash, the 1-2-3 Kid, X-Pac, Raven, Rowdy Roddy Piper with his bodyguard Cowboy Bob Orton, from the Double Cross Ranch, Terry Funk, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, El Snow with Head, Juggalo Icon, Vampiro, Rikishi, Carlito Caribbean Cool, Wildfire Tommy Rich, The Giant, Congo Kong, Too Tough Tony, Officer Colt Cabana, U.S. Marshal Adam Pierce, Tracy Smothers with Isabella Smothers, Bull Payne, The Human Highlight Reel, Sabu, Madman Pondo and the Necro Butcher, Eugene, The War Machine, Rhino, Rob Conway, Zach Gowan, Corporal Robinson, Kawabata, and many more. We're talking amazing shit. Fantasy matches for true wrestling fans, like Greg Valentine versus Tito Santana one last time in a steel cage. And for the very first time anywhere in the world, Terry Funk versus Rowdy Roddy Piper in an I Quit match. Also during Bloody Mania 5, there will be a special JCW Hall of Fame induction ceremony, hosted by ICP, as they induct its very first member, Juggalo wrestling icon, Evil Dead. Go to JuggaloWrestling.com for all your details, as well as JuggaloGathering.com. Whatever you do, grow a fucking pair, and don't miss the greatest, largest, most in effect indie show on the planet. All going down at the 12th annual Gathering of the Juggalos, August 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th in Cave In Rock, Illinois.
Well, I'll tell you now, Legends of Wrestling, Friday night at the Gathering of the Juggalos, promises to be the greatest Legends show to ever take place anywhere in the dirt ball in history. Now, the Gathering itself promises to be historical. Don't miss this year's Gathering unless, quite frankly, you're a fucking idiot.
Asshole.
Asshole idiot. I'm Fat, and I'm Fats Pepper.
And I'm Guy Gorfie.
And this has been the weekly, Freekly Weekly, slapping the news upside your bitch ass.